strange, mate. What is that?
It's an old playground helter-skelter.
Alright.
And basically got an exhibition in there. So it was in Leith in Edinburgh, and it got taken down by the council. And I took it and made all these sculptures and stuff out of it.
Oh, nice, mate.
So that's what's inside there. So
Nice one, man.
have a good day.
Good too, mate.
I didn't film as much as I had planned for the exhibition. It was a bit of a mad rush, trying to get everything ready. Even though you think you're prepared for these things, it's there's always things that pop up and get in the way.
It's always one of the things where it's like, oh, it should take me a day, and it never takes a day. It's always, it's.
Especially this time of year, mate.
I know. Oh, I love this one. That's just one big piece.
So do you remember what all these parts of
Yeah.
what they were, aye?
Yeah. This is actually like the bottom of the slide,
Right.
like where it sort of goes,
Right?
it sweeps down to the ground for you to come off,
This
kind of
one,
thing. Yeah. There's some weight in them though.
So on the Sunday, I had dropped off a fair amount of the artworks already, and I came back through on the Wednesday to drop off the rest of the things and just get started on the mural and hanging the rest of the artworks. I got caught up in the work. Like it was like when I got there, it was like, right, just get on with it. You know, it was there wasn't a lot of time for thinking about things. It was kind of just like, right, these are the things that need to be done. Just get on with it. Looking back on it now, though, it was exciting and it was fun to be like in that mode where it's just like you're just working and you're just getting your way through these tasks, and it's a nice way to be, like that sort of busyness and not overthinking things, not even, I guess, not having the chance to overthink things. And yeah, it's like I'm really, really happy with the way the exhibition looked. Thankfully, the guys had painted the wall like outside the gallery for me before I got there, which was good, because otherwise I think it would be a bit tight, you know, having to paint that wall, wait for it to dry, and then painting in the sort of detail of the helter-skelter on top of it. I had spent a lot of time the night before. I wasn't, like I said, I don't do a lot of these types of murals, so I wasn't exactly sure how to get that image on the wall. I was kind of nervous, like freehanding it would end up being distorted and warped in some kind of way. So yeah, the night before I projected it onto my living room wall in sections and drew it onto wallpaper. I then like stuck the wallpaper onto the gallery wall and used like a pounce wheel, which basically just like pricks little holes in the paper so that you can then use like chalk or whatever, and then you can see the outline on the wall. It didn't work like as neatly as that. It was kind of, some bits worked, some bits didn't. It was kind of, in the end, I ended up just going over it really hard with like pencil or like ripping bits off and drawing it in, and like I got there in the end. So when you're at that stage, it really is just like, yeah, you're just in action. You just get through it. You don't stop for too long to kind of like go, oh well, actually no, I'd like it to work this way. It's just like you're just finding solutions to things and you're just trying to get it done. It's always the same when you're in that rush and you're getting ready for a show. You don't know that it's going to come together. You can't see it coming together, but you know the little jobs accumulate, and before you know it, it's like it's the opening and it is all together and it is all up and it looks great. And but yeah, I mean, it was a mad rush up until like the last minute. You know, like the exhibition opened at I think it was 6, and like even at like 4:45, it was still like kind of, I was still like printing out prints that I was selling and things. So it's mad, and but you know, it comes together.
fucking been?
How's
How's it getting on? Good, good. Yeah, just try to get another layer on and then.
It's funny, it's only when it's all up and it's, even on the night of the opening, you don't fully get an opportunity to appreciate what you've made and the work that's went into it. It's usually in the days after, when the gallery's kind of quiet and you're sort of, or you've got a bit of time by yourself, you're looking at it, it's like, wow, this thing actually kind of came together. And, you know, obviously I built the walls in here to sort of put the artworks up and try and get an impression of them. And you do, but it's not until you actually kind of have it in the space that you're showing it in that you get that, yeah, you get that proper impression of it all, and it's nice. It's nice to see it like that. Obviously I was showing this work in Glasgow, and with it being like a very kind of Leith, Edinburgh-centric project, I wasn't sure what that reaction would be. I mean, Glasgow's not a million miles away or anything, but showing things from this object that people don't really have don't have any connection to. And that was a worry. Through the conversations I had with people, it was like, I think that the materiality of these artworks and these kind of textured patterns that are on the bits of metal, like the sort of like the non-slip surface that somehow is like the slidiest surface known to man. It's people have a connection with these things. You don't see that so much anymore, and I think even though they didn't necessarily play on that structure, it's people connected to it in a kind of nostalgic way and resonate with this object that feels of like a bygone era. I'm back in my studio now, and yeah, I guess I'm kind of just working out what comes next. I'm enjoying having this space. I mean, I got it at a time when I was getting into the work for the Grateful Gallery show, so I've not really had much time to kind of just potter around and follow my curiosity and play around with things a little bit. So that's what I'm doing just now. I'm not putting too much pressure on creating finished work, even though I've got a few things in progress. But yeah, it's nice to just relax into it a bit and just sort of sit and go, oh, I wonder what I could do with this, or change things around a little bit. And so, you know, you'll see a lot more of that in the videos coming up. But yeah, it's I'm enjoying it. You know, it is nice. It's good to just have that space, not be so kind of like task focused. It's, yeah, just take a poke about.